Welcome, Fly Tribe and the Solution Seekers, and welcome to the Painful Truth Podcast, where we dive deep into the depths of uncomfortable topics, from health and fitness all the way to the painstaking topic of politics. Are you ready to unite and find solutions together? Let's go. Welcome to Build Your Body Out of Straw or Brick. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who lived with their mother. One day, their mother told them they were old enough to go out into the world and make a living for themselves. She said, "Watch out for that big bad wolf because he will eat you." She also told them, "Build your houses nice and strong so that you will be safe from the wolf." Then she said, "Goodbye, my sons, and good luck." I have to say, Fly Tribe, I often think of this story of the 3 little pigs because it's a perfect metaphor for what it means to build a strong foundation. The temptations that come along the way and the repercussions that can occur from not spending time or progressional effort on training. I blame it on my super analytical mind where I literally tend to break down every little detail, but it's literally the details that make all the difference. Whether in performance or training or even just doing life stuff like cleaning your house. When you're a new aerialist, I know the excitement becomes overwhelming and all the feelings of wanting to learn more flood your open mind. We've all been there, and that feeling comes in waves as an aerialist. It never goes away. And for some, they leave the nest, which it's like, let's say it's like level 1 beginner's class, and you fly on to bigger and more challenging flights like level 2 and level 3 classes. Just like in the story of the 3 little pigs. They grow old enough to leave and build their own homes. But their mom said to build a nice and strong home and to stay safe. But if you didn't spend enough time and effort on building a nice and strong foundation and you took the bait of the pretty new trick that looks nice for Instagram photos, you just built your foundation out of straw, and you will be susceptible to injuries. And not only that, but learning new advanced tricks will be more challenging than needed to be. See, after the mother sent the 3 little pigs, signified here as like 3 students, on their own separate ways, the first little pig saw a man stacking straw. The first little pig asked the man, "May I have some of the straw to build a house?" The man agreed, and the first little pig built his house very quickly. It wasn't very strong. One day, the big bad wolf came and knocked on the first little pig's door and said, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig answered, No, I won't let you come in. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." "Well," said the wolf, "then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down and ate the little pig. This is like if a student began learning a new skill or trick before learning the progression or building a strong foundation in order to have a successful execution. Learning new tricks should not be hard. If it's hard and if you don't understand what you are being asked, more than likely you need to back up and learn the pathway a little differently. There's no shame in that game either, and I always say that. Because I never want to make someone feel ashamed or feel belittled for saying, well, let's take a step back here and, let's table that for a minute and take a step back. because that's never the intention. But taking a step back only makes you a better aerialist by learning, and it'll help you learn faster and easier. And it's less brain fatigue. Like, you're going to have less brain fatigue, which is so nice. Because when you're learning aerial, it really can feel like you're taking a test. It can be very overwhelming. Let's look at a couple of different examples of building your foundation out of straw. I'm going to use a beginner as an example, but this can go for any skill level, beginner or pro. As long as you're still learning, you have the options of straw or brick. As an aerialist, we hang in the air by our hands, by our arms, a lot. And hanging in the air can be really hard on the shoulders. Aerial in a hole is detrimental to shoulders, causing lots of injuries. If you're not careful. It's why it's important to build the small stabilizing muscles so that that way you become stable around your primary muscles, which are your bigger muscles. And of course, building strong primary muscles as well. You do this by training and drilling simple, yet hard and crucial exercises that are tedious and usually boring. I personally don't think they're boring though, but I'm kind of the geek, and I like to work out, and I like to do things like pull-ups and planks and weird stuff like that. But it's also the mentality that got me to pro status. Hanging in the air, sometimes 20, 30 feet in the air, takes skill and massive strength. And I haven't even touched on the core strength. And if you are not conditioned for this, you could totally rip your muscles, your shoulders out. And building a strong foundation is crucial in order to stay safe while asking your body to do crazy things like flip around 20, 30 feet in the sky. Another example of building your foundation out of straw is learning a double star before a single star drop, or learning a star drop before a bomb drop. Okay, so let's let that sink in for a second. The first one was learning a double star drop before a single star drop. So this is a little more simple in understanding why you wouldn't learn a double before a single. But for some that don't know, do yourself a favor and allow yourself to understand the theories and concepts of aerial in progressive ways so that it's easier and the result is having more fun on the journey and less frustrations. So the second example is learning a star drop before a bomb drop. A star drop is way more complicated for the body and mind to understand than, let's say, a bomb drop, because a bomb drop has way less wraps and pathways to it and positions of the body that has to be positional before you drop. The bomb drop is actually really nice to prepare you for things like a single star drop, because it helps you get comfortable in the primary position, like a catcher's lock. So the bomb drop, like I said, it has less wraps and ways to put the body before dropping. So it's just easier to understand before the single drop. So literally the third little pig was walking on the road when he met a man with a load of bricks. The little pig asked him for enough to build a house, and the man agreed, gave the third little pig, enough bricks to build his house. The wolf came along and knocked at the door and said, little pig, let me come in." And the pig said, no, I won't let you come in, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. The wolf then said, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." So He huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed and he puffed, but he could not blow the house down. The frustrated wolf said, little pig, I know where there's a little nice field of turnips. The little pig asked, where? The wolf answered, at Mrs. Smith's farm. We can go there together tomorrow at 9 o'clock. The little pig nodded and said, 9 o'clock, I'll be ready. The next morning, the pig got up early at 8 o'clock and went to Mrs. Smith's farm and got all the turnips he could carry and was home again before 9. The big bad wolf came around at 9 o'clock, sharp, and asked, little pig, are you ready? But the little pig said, I've already gone to the field and I've gotten turnips, but thanks anyway. This made the wolf very mad. So guys, Fly Tribe, this right here, it reminds me of literally building your foundation in a strong manner, taking the time to do your shoulder shrugs, to do your hollow body hangs on the pull-up bar, to do your straddle backs in straight arms, in bent arms, to always try and progress, right? Because you did this. You did not fall out of that double footlock. Okay? You were able to stand still and stand your ground. You were able to go upside down into that inverted hook without falling to your head. So all of these, obstructions or obstacles that could have gotten in your way, there was no chance of it because you built that strong foundation. You took the time to drill and condition and prep your body before you executed what you went into doing. Therefore, you succeeded without any challenge, without any problem, without any fear. It's just like the third little pig. He built his house out of brick, built a strong foundation, and that obstruction, that obstacle, the big bad wolf came in and kept trying to persuade him to catch him, to eat him. But the big bad wolf built a strong foundation in mind and body and already knew what the big bad wolf was up to and never succeeded. The little pig succeeded. So the end of the story just reminds me of doing countless shoulder shrugs, lots and lots of planks, the infamous straddle back, and drilling hip key lifts. It signifies all the times of sacrificing the tedious training so that doing that, the skin the cat, that was easy and didn't rip my shoulders. When you are training, when you are learning new skills and tricks, did you allow yourself to build a foundation? Did you allow yourself to build that foundation for what you're about to ask your precious body to do? Build out of brick, not the straw. Okay, Fly Tribe. Remember, I hope you guys found value in this. And if you did, screenshot this podcast on your social media, tag us, and send me the screenshot on my Instagram, Flying Fitness. It's flying.fitnesstx. And I will give you a chance to win a private lesson, of course, virtual, or a at-home program that you can use at home. All right, Fly Tribe, I will see you next time, and we'll see you soon.